Hi, this is Roy Neiswanger from MotleyPixel.com. Today I'm going to give you a brief video tour on the Lightcraft Workshop Fader ND filter. I ordered this from eBay user Lightcraft Workshop official store from eBay. They are located in Asia, I believe it's Hong Kong, and it took about 2 business weeks to ship here in Central Texas, Austin, Texas. This is the 77mm version, and it's also the Mark II version. I've already unboxed this and tried it out on my 5D Mark II, and I used the Rokinon 85-1.4 manual focus lens. That has a 72mm filter thread on that lens, so I used a 72 to 77 step-up ring like this one here by ProMaster. I want to say a word of caution. When I screwed this onto the lens, I then screwed on the Fader ND onto the step-up ring, and I got on it a little too hard. You have to be very, very careful. When I took the whole setup off the lens, it was very difficult for me to remove this step-up ring from the Fader ND. So here's the box, again 77mm Fader ND, it's the Mark II. They always say look for the hologram on the box because there are some knockoffs out there. So let's take a look at the box. It comes with a very nice 82mm lens cap. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not, but it's a nice lens cap. The front filter threads on the filter is 82mm. Comes with just a small pamphlet with some instructions on how to use this in application, and then a nice plastic case here. Let's take a quick look at the Fader ND. Okay, here it is, LCW 77mm Fader ND Mark II, and W-T, not really sure what that means. A lot of people say that it's narrower version here. I did measure this from the threads to the front is just under 10mm, so it's not very large. Again, it's 77 here, it's 82 here, and here is the here's the indicator range here. There's minimum. You can actually go past it, so there's minimum. You can also go all the way to maximum, which is approximately, sorry, there's minimum there, all the way to max, which is approximately 1/4 of a turn. You can also notice here that the main housing part here that threads onto the lens is a bit larger in diameter than the area you grasp with your fingers. I suppose that was done so it's not bumped and shifted as easily, but I will say when it is mounted on the lens, it's sometimes difficult to get a grip on it. You really have to get on the edge of the filter. Personally, I'm thinking that it would have been nicer if the outer portion that rotated was larger, but again, I'm a novice with this device. Maybe there's a better reason for that. As you can see here, this is max. And then as we twist it here, 2 min, there's minimum. Going back through to the max stop, there's max. In practice, I took this outside. It's highly recommended to have this when you're shooting with fast lenses, f1.8, f2, f1.4, f1.2. So let's go out and let's take a look at how this operates on the Rokinon 85-1.4. And just for reference, this video is being filmed with the Super Takmar 55-1.8. 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second, 1/60th of a second, ISO 100, f1.4, 85mm. I'm set at the Fader ND at the minimum setting. This is the Mark II. I'm going to rotate it to its max. Starting the rotation. That's the max. This is test 1 with no fader ND filter outdoors. Canon 5D Mark II, 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, ISO 100, 1/60th of a second, f/5.6 for proper exposure. Okay, now we're at f1.4 for more pleasing depth of field, and we're using the fader ND at 3 of 5 stops. So it's the third mark, approximately half density of the fader ND. We're still at 1/60th, we're still at ISO 100. Only difference is we're f1.4.